Hi, dreamers. It is your favorite dreaming oracle here to talk to you today. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to the girl who supplies me my earrings. You see these guys? They are all hand painted. Aren't these amazing? Her name is Copper Cohen, and her link is down in a subscription. So thank you, Miss Octavia Cohen of Copper Cohen, for my earrings, girl. All right, so let's get into it. Does everybody have a journal? If you do not have a journal is one of the most important things of dream recording. So whenever you have a dream, it is best to have your journal so that you can write down all your dreams and any other little tidbits that come to you. So you gotta have a journal. So let's do this. Let me talk to you about the dream that I had. First and foremost, does everybody have their blankets? Get your blanket, get your blanket. Let's talk. Get your journal, let's talk. Because I'm telling you, the dream I had last night, whoa, when I say off the chain, this sucker was off the chain. So let's do this. It's written down in my dream journal. When I tell you the journal is filled out, it is filled out. So I'm reading this book. It's called Negus II The Phenomenon. So the book is about all the rich people in the world. The elite ruling class left the world, right? They went to another world. And when they left the earth, they took all of the natural resources with them. They took the water, the gas, the oil. They took all the resources with them, right? They left the people on earth to just die. And well, since there was no natural resources on the earth, like the ice caps and the water and whatever, well, the earth started heating up. And so people were barely surviving, barely making it because there's like literally no water. So this one guy named Huey, he found another world and he started taking other people to this other world. And so that's the basis of the book. But let me tell you, so I had started reading this book, right? And my dream last night was like a continuation of what I read for the book. So, like to hear it? Here it go. So my dream last night was, okay, I was standing outside in my front yard. I was like on my driveway and I was looking up. It was about 7 p.m. and I was looking up into the sky and all I was doing was looking at the sun. I was just gazing. I was sun gazing. So these two people walked up on the sidewalk. Her name was Louisa and his name was Freddie. And they were like, "Hi, how you doing?" They introduced themselves. And I introduced myself. And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Y'all, it's hot out here. Why don't y'all come on in to the house? You know, it's cooler in the house." So then they came into the house and they were like, "Oh my gosh, how is it so cool in the house if you guys don't have electricity anymore?" And I said, "Well, the universe provides for us." I said, "We give gratitude to the universe. So the universe in kind returns to us, you know, what we need to survive." And it returned a cool breeze to blow through the house to cool the house down. And so they were like, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. And so then, you know, we just started talking or whatever. And they were like, "We're from the planet Negus. Do you want to come back to the planet with us?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "The book is real?" She's like, "Yeah, it's real. We sent the book ahead of time to educate people on, you know, the planet and whatnot." And so I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it's real." So then I was like, "Well, can my neighbor go with us?" And so she was like, "Well, we got to talk to them to find out if it's okay, you know, if they're a good fit for the planet." So then we walked over next door to the neighbors and they were like, "Yes, we're going." So I'm like, "Cool." So we come back to my house. Well, I had a lot of kids here because I had rescued 6 other kids. So like when me and my kids went out, you know, scavenging or whatever, we, you know, would see a child with no parents, you know, talk to the child would be like, you know, "My parents are dead," and blah, 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 blah. So we would bring the kids back home with us. So I had a house with 10 10 kids in my house, right? So we came back to my house from the neighbor's house. And I told all the kids, I'm like, look, y'all, we getting ready to go to Negus. I'm like, and I turned to Louisa. I said, Louisa, I said, what can we take with us? And then she was like, so we invented this new technology where we can take buildings now back to Negus. I'm like, oh wow, cool. She's like, well, your house would be the first one where we would try this technology out. She's like, do you want to do it? And I'm like, yes, of course. Yes, I want to do this. And so she's like, well, anything that you can fit within your home is what can go with us. So me and my kids started working on getting my garage to where we can put the van in the garage. And then I was like, well, Louisa, I said, can I take my bees out in the backyard and my trees in my backyard? She's like, if it's in the house, it can go. So I went outside to the backyard and I talked to the queen bee. I'm like, look, do y'all want to go with us to this new planet? Because it's supposed to be better than here. And she said, Kim, I would follow you anywhere. I said, cool. I said, can you please let your family know that we're leaving in a little while to call them back and I will come back out here, close y'all up and bring y'all in the house. She's like, no problem. So then me and the kids, we started digging up all the plants. We digged up all the banana trees from outside. We dug all the fruit trees up from outside so that we can take all this back with us to Negus. So we did that, but we couldn't travel in a house because the house wasn't pressurized for space. So we had to make sure that everything in the house was secure, things off the wall and whatnot. We had to make sure everything in the house was secure before we could leave. And we only had 5 hours to do it because remember, it was 7 o'clock. And she told us we had to be ready by 12 o'clock, midnight. Cool, because we had to do it at night so nobody would see what was going on. All they would see was the next day when they get up, the houses were gone. So we got everything together. My neighbors got everything together in their house. I got everything together in my house. So we rode in a spaceship and we got to Negus. And Louisa said that we can't choose where we want to live in Negus. They're just going to set us down where they want to put us. And we were all like, okay, that's no problem because, we're here, we're saved. So what we didn't know was they had construction crew where the construction crew was vegan. And because they were vegan, they had all these, powers like super strength, telekinesis. They had all these powers. So what happened was on our way back to Negus, we sent the house plans ahead of us to where the people on Negus, the construction crew, could go ahead and get our sewer, water, utility, and everything in place. That way when they set our houses down in Negus, it set it right down on top of all the utility services that they already had in place for us. And then the guys with their telekinesis and everything, they hooked everything up for us after the house got set down. Powers and all, they hooked it up so that as soon as they set the house down, everything was hooked up. We had power instantly. So we get to Negus. It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. And they set us down on like these open fields. And it was amazing. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, we have all this land. I'm like, can I build on it? Can we plant on it? And she's like, yeah. She's like, what do you want built? And so I was explaining how I wanted the back of my house built out into like a sunroom / greenhouse kind of thing. And then on the side of my bedroom, I wanted it built out for my meditation room because I want a big meditation room with a lot of windows for my plants. And she's like, that's not a problem. She's like, we can do that. That's no issue. And then I was like, well, how much is it going to cost? She's like, no, it's free. She's like, you don't pay for anything on Negus. She said, we use a barter system here. You don't have to pay for anything. And look, mind blown. But that's where my dream ended, was that she said that we don't have to pay for anything on Negus. Everything is free. They work on a barter system. Everybody pitches in and everybody helps out with each other. So that was my dream that I had last night. It is journaled because, like I tell y'all, keep your dreams journaled. Keep a journal. My journal sleeps in the bed with me. Oh, the book. This is what the book looks like. It is Negus II Phenomena. And it's written by bien-ame Winda. And you can get it off of Amazon. I'll make sure I put the link in the description box also for the book. But yeah, that was my dream. It was a continuation of that book. I don't know what happens in the rest of the book because I'm not done reading it. But that was my dream from reading the first few pages of the book and knowing what the book was about. That was my dream. So thank y'all for taking this wild. Oh, y'all, my earrings. Don't they look amazing? Copper Cohen. She's in the description box. Go check her out. But that is my dream. And I know it sounds wild. All of my dreams sound like really wild. And I love it because it's unique. It's me. My dreams sometimes are continuations like series. Like I can dream something tonight and dream a continuation of it next week. Um they're wild, they're out there. They are something that I could never in my life think of while I'm conscious, not sleeping. So, we're also going to talk about the different kinds of dreams, lucid, astral, all that kind of stuff. We're also going to talk about the different kind of dreams. Not right now. This is a long video, but we're going to come back to it. So, I had previously been writing my dreams on Facebook and I stopped because I am doing my book now. I'm writing my book. So my book will be coming out soon, March 1st, When the Oracle Dreams. My book is coming out, so don't forget, y'all. Don't forget. But until then, I love y'all, dreamers. Next time, bring y'all's journals. In the comments, tell me of any wild and crazy dreams that you have had if you want to share. And yes, we will be doing lives together soon. So I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for taking this wild ride with me. Yes, because dreaming is a wild ride. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here with me. Mwah. Love y'all. See y'all next time. Oh, yeah. My son told me I don't have to say it, but I'm going to say it. Press that like button. Press that subscribe button. Please do that. Do that. Do that. Once again, thank you for taking this wild ride with me. All right now, dreamers. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye.